Observed.
It stopped. I must have hit video by accident. I did it again. I'll get the hang of this YouTube video stuff. We were talking about bullying in the 8th grade. I'll have to split this one up again, and hopefully, if I position my thumb wrong, I will not have this happen again. So anyway, okay, let's go back to the second time you were, okay, I guess do an introduction again since I messed up. So introduce yourself again.
Well, my name is Wolf, and this is part 2 of life in the 8th grade, first year back in public school.
And you're on the autism spectrum.
Pretty much, which kind of made me a bit of a target, which kind of painted a target on me.
Yeah, but
because I was different, and people actually are kind of afraid of difference, so they try to get different. They don't like society in general doesn't like different, but I've learned that instead of like becoming another cookie cutter person, you know what I mean by cookie cutter is like you can just like you can make something. You can just take a copy. You can copy everything and kind of conform to what people want you to be, but it's not what they want you to be. It's what you want yourself to be and what you can be. And so but yeah, back to the part when I got my left eye hit. I think I might have messed something up because when I close my left eye, it kind of looks blurry. And I have to kind of like open it like super wide in order to see.
At least you can wink. I can't. Okay, let's go back to the second time that you were bullied.
Well, okay, well.
What happened?
Well, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember. I really don't remember what happened, but I do remember that I kind of said something that I shouldn't have back to him, and then and then my middle school principal was like I was right behind him, and so I said something that I shouldn't have. He heard me, so instead of the son of a gun who bullied me getting in trouble, I ended up getting in trouble.
Well, I guess you learn not to say stuff like that.
At least not within the vicinity of the principal's ears.
Okay. All right.
I learned to be a little bit more discreet.
Well.
And coming up with acronyms and words. Start code talking.
Okay, so usually why did you get referrals? What were some of the reasons that you got detentions and referrals?
I'm trying to remember. I tried to forget in my 8th grade year, so I'm having to dig up through the archives a bit in my mental archives. So when I actually I think it was because I was goofing off and I didn't want to do my work.
That would be... What kind of goofing off were you doing?
I don't remember, but I do think I remember. I'm trying to remember. Well, I really don't remember.
Okay. All right, so...
I remember my high school year better than my middle school year because I tried to forget my middle school year, at least the bad parts of it. And I actually spread a rumor one time that was pretty bad. I think that's one of the reasons.
Oh, you spread a rumor?
Yeah, during the 8th grade, it was pretty bad.
Oh, you learned not to spread rumors then, didn't you?
Yeah, but I learned what to do and what not to do, and also.
Well, it's not good to spread rumors, though.
Yeah, and but karma is a pain in the butt. Because in my high school year, somebody spread a rumor about me that was just exponentially worse than what I said. And when one of my friends, my first friend back in public school, James, when he found out about it, and when he found out about the guy who spread the rumor on the bus, man, he knocked the guy a new one. So he knocked some head with that guy, and my friend James, he stuck up for me and he won.
Okay.
I love that guy.
So, in the 8th grade, you switched classes.
Mm-hmm.
What were some social cues that you had to learn in the 8th grade that we studied that you didn't quite get yet? What were some social cues? Because social cues is a hard thing to adjust to, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like one of them ones that I'm still kind of having a hard time doing is like during a conversation, it's kind of hard for me to actually to stop talking and to let the other person talk. I will admit this, I am quite a talkative person.
Yeah, but you love people, don't you?
Yeah.
But you're right. You do need to listen to other people. What is I know everybody's wondering, what is the red ribbon around your neck for?
Well, one of my girlfriends in high school, she got this ribbon, and then she took off this ribbon off her hair, and then that she had on her hair, and then she basically wrapped it around, like right here, and then she wrapped it around, and then she actually tied it like that, kind of made it like a little tie.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and she was she was kind of like my second Rosemary.
Oh, really?
But yeah, she tied. But yeah, she kind of. But she will. But yeah, Thing is, like I'm trying to. I'm trying to remember like what her name was, but I'm bad with names. I will admit. So.
Well, I think everybody has that problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some social cues that you learned? Okay, one is to let the other person talk.
Yeah, another one is to learn when to be quiet, like if they're leaving and if they're leaving and stuff like that for like a conversation, if they're getting ready to get up and go. I still have trouble learning like when to be quiet and when to just shut up and let the person go, because. And there's a couple other ones that I also learned that I also had a hard time doing, but I don't necessarily remember those, admittingly. And
okay, space is a little bit of an issue. We still have problems with too, isn't it? Getting in people's space.
Yeah, admittingly.
Okay.
Ooh.
What? Did you think of and other social cues that you forgot that you learned in the 8th grade?
What to say and what not to say?
Oh, yeah. Did you have problems learning how to raise your hand before you spoke?
Yep. I was like, oh yeah, I was that guy who knew what he was talking about, but kept on blurting out the answers and stuff. Just like, I was the guy who, like, You knew what he was talking about, but nobody took me seriously because I shouted out the answers.
Did you get in trouble for that?
Yep. And there was a couple times when I just kept on shouting out the answers, like over and over and over again. And then I got sent to the principal's office because I was, quote unquote, disrupting the class.
Okay. Was it hard to learn changing classes? Because in the 8th grade,
But yeah,
you were changing classes.
oh yeah.
Was that difficult?
Yeah, it was kind of difficult at first, but once I got the routine down, I pretty much figured out what to do, when to do, how to do. It's like I had to learn how to pick up the routine, and I kind of like when I got to high school though, I was really good at changing classes, and I hated like I would arrive late, and there's some classes during middle school.
Why would you arrive late?
Stuck in the hallway talking.
Did you get in trouble for that?
Obviously.
Oh, that was some of the reasons you got sent to the principal's office?
Yeah, because I was always late. But
Did you walk to class?
yeah. Yeah, I walked to class during middle school, but
You didn't run to the classes like you did in high school.
nope, I learned to. I had an initiative because I did not want to be late for class again.
Yeah. When you're a very social person, it's
It's kind of easy to get tied up. Like seconds can turn into minutes, minutes can turn into hours. But yeah, I didn't spend hours in the hallway talking. Although I could have very easily.
No, you get sidetracked easy, don't you?
Yeah, it depends on what I'm doing. Depends on like whether I get sidetracked or not. It's all conditional, pretty much.
When you lose focus?
Yeah, it depends on like what I'm actually doing, which determines whether I lose focus on that subject or not.
Okay. So I remember one time when you got sent home is because you said the aliens were coming to the school.
Yeah. I was a bit of an eccentric.
You told him the aliens were coming to school.
I don't necessarily know what I meant by that, or if I was just talking about, or I stayed up late one time watching like UFO files or something like that on the History Channel. But yeah, yeah, I might have accidentally said some. Yeah, I was a bit of an eccentric, and I still kind of am, but I just like to. I'm one of those conspiracy theorists. Like
Isn't that from watching too many movies?
No, I just like to I look at some of the stuff that has happened in history, and I like to look at like all sorts of like stuff like on like the lunar craters and stuff. But yeah, there's like one conspiracy theory that always sticks out to me.
Okay, let's get back to the 8th grade.
Yeah,
And we'll wrap up, and then we'll get wrapped up with the 8th grade, because the 8th grade was a really, really rough year.
Yeah, one of my worst years in school.
I remember as a parent that if the phone rang before 4 o'clock, I knew it was to come pick you up.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Or get spoken with as a parent.
So yeah, for all you parents out there, if you have a troubled child, and if you kind of hear the phone ring, there are two options. There are two distinct ones. Either A, your child is doing good, like super good, to whether they actually have to like call and like, hey, yes, I know your daughter's doing great, like very good, like some kind of like that is like one of the rare occasions, but most of the time it's like, okay, come get your kid, he's acting up. He or
Well,
she's acting up, which in my case, yeah.
it was hard on you, the 8th grade.
Yeah, for trying to it's kind of like being thrown out into the middle. It was kind of like indoctrination by fire.
Yeah, well, that's what it was, indoctrination by fire. But I knew that there was stuff that you couldn't learn just by being homeschooled and being taught.
And I'm glad that I was a looking back at it, hindsight's 2020, and I'm actually kind of grateful that that I was like that during the 8th grade year, because I learned all the ins and outs of what not to do and what to do and what not to do.
So let's talk about homework. Where did sometimes homework end after you got off on the bus?
Sometimes I actually threw it on the since we have a quarter-mile long driveway with forest on both sides. Sometimes I'd go take out my homework out of my binder and just go to the forest and just dump it there.
So that's why the homework didn't get brought home. You didn't like homework, did you?
Nope, because I remember, like each time I had homework, a homeschooling thought popped in my head.
That's because we made you do your homework.
Yeah.
You thought after 8 hours in school, then it was playtime.
Pretty much.
Isn't that true?
Yeah, pretty much just like, okay, I've been busting my butt in school all day. And so I'm like, forget this homework. Toss in the woods. Like, sayonara, sucker.
Yeah. We went to as parents into a lot of meetings.
Like, what are some of the PTA stuff?
Yeah, the IEP stuff.
IEP, PTA.
Yeah, well, yeah, PTA, but IEP stuff. But we advocated for you. You didn't.
I didn't necessarily know how to fend for myself. I was kind of I was kind of like a pup that does not know how to defend itself.
Yeah. But that was okay.
Did you just hear what I just said?
Yeah, a pup that didn't know how to defend itself.
But you know why I said that?
Why?
What is my first name?
Wolf.
What do they have?
Pups. There you go. Yeah, we advocated for you, and they wanted to send you back to Elam. And we said no.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Bang your head against the wall.
We said no. In the public schools, what most parents don't understand
is that they can actually say no to.
We can actually say no if
stand up.
Yeah, and support the kids.
I'm glad I did not go back to that school because I would have just gotten worse, a lot worse.
Yeah, you learned a lot of bad things in that school that
got in a couple fights.
You learned were acceptable, but that actually were not acceptable.
Yeah, I got into a couple fights. Said something really, 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 really stupid.
Yeah. What was the biggest decision that you made that affected your entire high school career?
I would not get any more ODRs.
What's an ODR?
Office disciplinary referrals, or even getting suspended.
Yeah, you like acronyms, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Make things a lot more simpler.
Yeah, you made a decision not to get any more, and you didn't.
Not a single one.
Not a single one in high school.
But yeah, like, it's amazing, like, when you have the willpower, when you have a lot of willpower, and when you have the drive and desire to do something, it's amazing what one can accomplish.
That's true.
Like, never underestimate yourself. Never underestimate what you can do. Always push yourself to the max. And even if you're at what you think is your max, go even further. But yeah.
Do you think you saw things differently in your 8th grade year that other students didn't?
Yeah. No doubt about that. I was like, hey guys, what's up? But like, I used to run in the hallways, just shout random stuff.
You used to run in the hallways and shout random stuff?
Yeah. And then like when the high schoolers were on the bus, I told them.
Oh yeah, but that was in high school.
No. I was in the 8th grade year. This is when I was in the 8th grade. I was like, okay guys, spread my name. Make sure that everybody knows who I am before I get there.
Oh.
And so when I came in there, it was like, it is true.
Yeah, you did.
And that's how I was able to rise to being Mr. Popular very fast in the 9th grade. Thinking ahead.
Yeah. Well, we overcome the 8th grade year, and we overcome all the office, and we defended for you.
That was so wait a second. So that was my VD. More like my V. I'm trying to do Y. Okay, the Y. Like VD or Victory Day.
What was your victory day?
The minute I stepped into high school, because.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about high school in another video. Yeah. Is there any advice that you might give somebody who
is in the current situation that I was in?
Yeah, that is on the autism spectrum. That is sort of thrown into.
As my father always used to tell me, think twice, speak once. Think twice, act once. Check yourself before you act.
Okay. But what are some more specific things?
Don't say stuff that you shouldn't be saying, and make sure that if you are gonna say, well, no, I'm not gonna go there.
Okay. No, seriously. What advice would you give somebody who was just going back into the public school for the first time, maybe in their 8th grade year?
Don't do anything stupid. I know that's broad, but I'm currently not able to think of any specifics. So,
other than learning your social cues.
Yeah, you gotta learn that, and that is key. And also, you have to learn how to control yourself too. I was an out of control wild child. I still kind of am, but in a different way. I still am a kind of an out of control wild child, but in a different way. In a good way, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
I think it's yin instead of yang. So, thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe below, and comment below and subscribe. And I also would like to say thank you again for watching, and make sure that you, well, again, once more, comment and subscribe below, and I hate saying bye, so I'm just gonna say until next time.